right, good morning. It's day 2 on the 90s cruise. Let's see where we are. Well, we're at sea, and I gotta be honest, when I say good morning, it is presently 2:22 p.m. That's the great thing about a cruise. There's plenty of activities, things you can do, or if you just want a little rest and relaxation, you can do that as well, especially here on the 90s cruise, because the company ECP that puts on these events like the 80s cruise, 90s cruise, they're smart. They save the musical entertainment until the evening. A lot of cruises, 9 a.m. bands start playing. Here it's nice. There's things you can do right now. TLC is doing a Q&A and a bunch of things like that, but we really had a rest after doing Disney and then doing this. Just catch up and rest, and maybe go to a late lunch. And there's a lot of bands playing tonight. Most of their names escape me, but you'll find out more right after this.
Just wanna waste some time with you. Sometimes it seems too good to be true. Nobody I'd rather waste time with than you.
All right, 4 p.m. and we're starting day 2. It's your cruise. You can do anything you want. Tonic is playing on the pool stage right now. I like Tonic. Those of you, I actually had a Tonic CD when I was in high school, but some of you may remember the song, If You Can Only See the Way. Hi, how are you? You Can Only See the Way She Loves Me. I'm not sure what the actual title is, but If You Can Only See the Way. This song called Lemon Parade that I liked as well, and that was the name of the record. There's another one. Anyway, let's go see a little Tonic on the pool stage. All right, let's go over who's in the elevator. I'm going to say that's New Edition, Notorious B.I.G., Salt and Pepper, Marky Mark, Tupac. I think that's also Salt and Pepper. I hope I'm not wrong. Criss Cross. I'm not sure. All right, let's see. Hopefully we didn't miss too much. Everybody who's everybody and anybody is here for Tonic on the pool stage. There seems to be a lot of people out and about enjoying the Tonic. He has an acoustic guitar. Maybe this is it.
Business, this is literally for us, it's like a weird little high school reunion, like, because we get to see a lot of our friends and people we haven't seen in a long time, other artists and other fans, and I cherish that. It's worth everything to me. And we were talking about this song, Sweet Emotion, which is one of my favorite Aerosmith songs. Toys in the Attic is probably my second favorite, but all these years I've known this beautiful young gentleman over here, and he's been kind enough to play rock and roll with us for many, many years. And it just turns out that, like, for me as a fan of Aerosmith, like, this is Mr. Graham Whitford, but his dad is Brad Whitford from Aerosmith. So it's a very, like, for me as like a big brother to this very, very talented young man. I can't love you enough, man. Thanks for always sharing the stage with us. Gonna burn, I'm calling her name. She So it's 30 years this year. Can we sing this last chorus together? I said, can we sing this last chorus together? All right, I'll start us off.
I would say in your 90s themes, Can't Touch This, gotta be one of the biggest songs of the 90s. Formerly known as Super Freaks. But I think Can't Touch This may have improved upon it. But these are some of the fun songs of the 90s. It's not all depressing and grunge. If I was oh, thank you. If I was gonna get a monetization, would it come from the estate of Rick James or would it come from MC Hammer? I'm thinking Rick James. This is the great part of cruising. You just wake up and suddenly you're out in the sea, and you can partake in what you want. You want to come out here and have a little hammer time and go to the pool, you can. There's plenty of places to hide and just enjoy your vacation. All right. One of the great things about being on a cruise, as I've pointed out, is that you can just walk away from the crowds, and sometimes you'll see attractive young ladies, which isn't always a bad thing. But you can come back here and kind of hide, which is nice. You choose your vacation on a cruise. You want to be part of loud music, you can do that. You want to go to shows, you want to go to buffets, and if you just want to find a spot to get away, you can do that as well. All right, we just saw Tonic. I couldn't believe it when he said The Way You Love Me came out in the summer of '97. Oh my God. Felt a little old. Not gonna lie, I might have had a little tear in my eye. That was an important time in my life, and I really did like that song. As I watched Tonic play, I thought, why can't other bands sound so good? I'm not trying to take shots at other bands, but no band that I've done shows with or worked for has ever sounded that good. It was just wow. And it's not easy to play on a pool stage, and they just sounded incredible. So I give it up for Tonic. I don't know exactly, if they still do it full time, but boy, they were good. I don't know. It would take a lot for someone to top that. It's just great sound and great guitars, and the guitar player in Tonic, he's filling in for this show, though the original guitar player doesn't do all the shows, was Brad Whitford's son. And they played a little bit of Sweet Emotion, but boy, is he a great guitar player. We're watching him, I go, he looks a little young to be an original member of Tonic. And his guitar playing was just outstanding. And sure enough, Brad Whitford's son. So Tonic, just great. When you play outdoors, guitars have a lot of problems. You have intonation problems, and they were changing guitars a lot. Everything sounded great. Everything sounded in tune. That's what you want in a rock band. And they were spontaneous. They had jams. I don't see that enough. You don't see enough really good quality music. So far, Tonic is my favorite. I'll come see them again. They'll play twice on this cruise. But I recommend it, by the way. If you've never heard Tonic, go start with the Lemon Parade, a great album. And anyway, we're having a really good time on the 90s cruise. I feel better today, a little bit rested than I felt yesterday. And I'm more optimistic. Yesterday, I was kind of a glass half full person. I do that a lot. But now, you don't think so?
Half empty?
Half empty, excuse me. There's the boss. She knows. She's sporting her Ghost shirt. Ghost came out in 1990, just for so you know. And she's got some flannel, and she's got a little bit of a 90s look. But yes, I am 1,000% half empty type person. And it's a bummer. But I usually give it a little time, and then I start to fill my glass. And by the end of the trip, my glass will be full. I also get exhausted and go, why do I do this so much? But soon enough, I'll be trying to plan the next one. And in fact, the next one is less than 30 days away. We'll be on the 80s cruise, which is even longer. So, all right, anyway, hope this all made sense. We're just lounging here, and behind us, they're playing Blink-182, which was a big 90s band. That's late 90s for me, though. I was definitely not really into it. I think some of the songs were cute, and I liked that Janine Lindenmulder was on the cover of the Enema of the State album. If you don't know who Janine is, Google it. But it just was a little poppy, whiny for me. Oh, I don't want to grow up. I got zits. It was a little much for me. I think younger kids were getting to that. I had a theory. It's probably too windy to give this theory, but I'll give it anyway. That a lot of young kids who were into, say, Spice Girls or Backstreet or NSYNC eventually saw these guys like Good Charlotte with tattoos and Blink-182 and said, you know what? I'm going to be an outlaw. I'm going to watch these dirty rocker boys. And then that's what happened. And that's why pop stars usually have very short careers, because if your fan base is very young, eventually you'll grow out of it. I mean, you're going to go from Hanson to Manson. If you're watching, you know who you are.
I hope you all have a great TLC so far. And I have a few quick announcements and highlights to keep in mind for our Mic Drop Showdown theme night.
Make it quick, Ashley.
First of all, starting in a few minutes at 5 p.m., you can take center stage at the pool for live karaoke.
Oh, karaoke. That means I'm going back to my cabin.
Then at 5:30 in the chat room on deck 4,
Chat
we got another fun session of Name That 2 in store with the 90s.
There were 3 people at it yesterday.
Dirty Pop edition. And for showtime tonight in the Celebrity Theater, the 90s Cruise presents TLC. 6:30 p.m. for guests with blue Seabass cards. And at 9 p.m., Better Than Ezra takes the stage for guests with red Seabass.
Which is yesterday flipped.
As a reminder, please have your Seabass cards out and ready to show the staff
Shut up.
entrance to the Celebrity Theater. At 7 p.m., it's time for Pop versus Hip Hop.
All right, we enjoyed sitting around doing nothing for a little while. Another great part of cruising. And I decided I might have a hot dog as an appetizer to dinner. It's 5 o'clock. Dinner starts at 5:30. They have small portions. And I've been walking, putting my steps in. Michelle is going to enjoy an adult beverage, I think. And then we'll see what happens, see what the night brings us. This is the great thing about this life. I keep saying it, but do whatever you want. Let's see what's going on here on the 90s cruise. Feels like a private boat. It's a charter, so maybe. But a lot of quiet spots to hang. Let's see. Let's see here as we go. Sounds like the Black Crows, maybe? Yes. I was saying, there was a lot of rock and metal in 90, but so far they haven't really played much of that. I think people associated that music as dying because of grunge, but it took a couple years for it to die from grunge. All right, well, look how beautiful that is. All right, what do you got there?
Strawberry daiquiri, a pop fizz, which is prosecco with a popsicle in it.
These aren't really fun names.
Spritzes.
I don't like anything spicy in my drinks. It's stupid.
No.
All right, what are you gonna have?
I don't know.
Wine is for losers. Although this pop fizz prosecco, I hate to say it, popsicle, strawberry, pineapple, watermelon, tangerine. Wow, that's the fruitiest thing compared to maybe the Smiths.
Yeah.
You can't escape Dave Grohl in the 90s. It's either Nirvana or the Foo Fighters. I'm not really a Foo Fighter fan. Not that it's a bad song, but it wasn't really my 90s. But anyway, he's everywhere here in the 90s. This is my favorite En Vogue song. I'm looking forward to hearing it. Michelle, I've been playing it for her. I told her this is my En Vogue song. And pretty soon we're going to hear it. Now we're going to have a hot dog for it. By the way, the great thing about this song is it starts with a chorus. Always good to start with a chorus. Don't bore us, get the chorus. I was saying about this En Vogue song, starting with the chorus, some of your favorite Beatles songs, we can work it out. Others, Rick Springfield is known to start with choruses. All right, they're gearing up for live band karaoke. There's not a lot of people here because I think people are getting ready for dinner and getting ready to see the nighttime shows. Because karaoke's funny with a big crowd because you can laugh at the bad ones and cheer for the good ones. But we'll see if we can see a little bit. We're getting ready to go and grab an early dinner as well. All right, a nice sunset going to happen fairly soon. And it's night 2. Now, when you go to one of these cruises, they give you a schedule, and you can see what you want to do based on the schedule. Now, that's daytime. We sleep during the day. The end of the night, let's see what's happening. Well, 4 to 6 p.m., they showed Pretty Woman. I'm sorry I missed it. I saw it in the theater the first time around. Let's go to the main stuff. TLC for Blue Pass members. Now, last night we snuck in. We had the Blue Pass, but we snuck into the Red Pass. They alternated. So last night we saw Better Than Ezra and TLC. Tonight they'll flip it. The stage was set for TLC, so they can just leave it set and they'll play again. And then after that, they'll just get set up again for Better Than Ezra. EMF is going to play again. They were very good. And there's a lip sync battle game with special guest Smash Mouth. Now, look, when you get on these cruises, there's some bands that I got to question. We start getting into what I call fake singer territory. Singer for Smash Mouth is dead. So, I mean, look, that could be an excuse, but does anyone really need Smash Mouth so much? Do they need Smash Mouth with a fake singer? I'm not so sure about that one. The band Fuel is coming up soon. I think that's tomorrow. Also, fake singer. Now, their real singer's alive. So, what up with that? These kind of things are going to start to happening. Who is an original member and who isn't? Before the end of the trip, we're going to sit down and have a long talk about who's actually a member of which band we've seen so far and who's just going along for a cruise. Anyway, we're going to go to dinner. I think we're going to go to the buffet because the dinner menu didn't sound so great. It was really good last night. It's German night. Don't mention the war. But it's German night in the buffet, and I am a 50% German. So let's take a look. If you're watching, who is that? Looks like she's a DJ. She's on some turntables. We knew Kid and Play. We're not positive about that. We said Salt and Pepper. Tupac, New Edition, Notorious B.I.G., Salt and Pepper. Could this be like somebody else? Marky Mark. Who is that? Tell me in the comments. All right, whoa. Here we are on the cruise, and the anthem of the 90s play once again. This could be karaoke. I think it is. Could it be any good? See. The answer would be no. But it's going to be funny to watch. Dave Gross made it his grave, and he's alive. Our dinner. EMF is sitting in the corner right there. It's the cool thing about these cruises. You come on the cruise and you could be dining next to the bands. All right. The cheese and cold cut station. This is the chef special. Roasted vegetables, baked pasta contains pork, sour braten with red wine sauce, grilled tilapia with mustard sauce, creamy beef. Hope this Stunt Double Pilots music doesn't get me curried goat. You can read these things, right? Hopefully it's a nice antipasto. I'm going to have some of that. That looks good. But I want to show you guys everything first. Some fruit. I need to have some fruit and some vegetables on this trip. This is the Mexican station. I like to... I'm probably not filming this too high. Yeah, sorry. I like to mix the colors of what I eat. Let's go back here and see. It's a big place. Look at all these things that you can get. They have different stations, so we're going to see what the other ones are. All right, this is the pizza station, which, as you know, stays open all hours. It was very slow last night. We saw a chili from TLC at the pasta station, which also stays open all night. This looks like they'll cook up some fresh stuff over there. Some raw meat over there, some steaks, which is nice. And then here's some accoutrements. Look like some other snacks, desserts. I didn't see just the pasta station, which last night took an hour. Chili sat right there. She signed my Funko Pop, but that was really a long, slow process, the pasta station. At night, pizza and pasta are pretty much the only thing open, but it's better than some cruises where nothing is open. I'm assuming there's much of the same on this side. There's the, oh no, more stuff. Garden fresh salads, stir fry. And we're listening to Gin Blossoms right now. The singer of Gin Blossoms is on the boat. This is the apple strudel station. How often do you see a whole station devoted to apple strudel, a pretzel station, honey glazed pork? This is the German stuff, I think. Yeah, schnitzel and flavors of Germany. We have all German flavors. I am having a traditional German meal. Schnitzel, mashed potatoes. This is a German pasta. Different types of German sausage. German potato salad. And Michelle is having pizza and nachos.
It's German pizza.
But it's a German pizza. Don't mention the war. So far, the only poison I've heard on the 90s cruise is Belle Biv DeVoe. Poison. Never trust a big butt and smile. And I'll be honest, I kind of like it. I was just explaining that this was 3 members of New Edition who became Belle Biv DeVoe. When I was a kid, I called him Belle Biv Bovo because it was funnier. Or so I thought. I'm wearing fitting cruise attire. For a second, I wondered if people would think it's racist. It's not racist. There's nothing wrong with being racist. All right, we had a nice dinner, and now we're going to head over to the Celebrity Theater, where we'll see TLC. Everybody needs a little TLC, right? And it's quiet out here. I mean, it's a little breeze, but if you wanted to get into the playing a little Sponge, I hear Sponge. For all I know, it could be Sponge. If you felt like a little hot tubbing, then maybe this is your chance. It takes a while on a cruise to get the hang of the layout of the boat. Once you get it, and you start to learn that everything's usually on the higher floors. The buffet, the bars, the pool, they're usually on your 9, 10s, and 11s, no matter what boat you're on. But I usually stay on floor 6, I've noticed. I think somebody told us that it doesn't rock as much. I really haven't felt much. I'll be honest with you. Could you even tell we're on a boat most of the time?
Not
Yeah. We've stopped traveling with Dramamine or any of that stuff. I mean, look at that. A whole hot tub.
This one looks really nice.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. I need to go to the store and maybe get a bathing suit.
Not that hot.
Although I could do it Clark Griswold style.
I think they frown.
I'm familiar in many dives. Cardiovascular disease, diabetes, high or low blood pressure, limit to 50 minutes. Who knew? I don't know where she's going. Is that the world's largest hot tub? Giant hot tub. Yeah, look at that. Next to a statue of a giant woman. Right?
Next to what?
Giant hot tub next to a statue of a giant woman.
There's an enormous woman blocking the aisle.
Enormous woman blocking the aisle. For you odd couple fans. Come on, let's go. No exercising or jogging.
I want to say that this is our first time sailing like this. We're on a cruise, first time. And thank you guys for making the experience amazing, and we're going to keep it going and make it amazing for you.
One more TLC, baby!
I'm watching, sometimes when T-Boz is singing and Chili just dances, it's almost like she's an interpreter. Like she does the sign language. Not when they both sing together. But when you see just T-Boz singing, Chili does an interpretive dance. It goes.
Listen, wait. Do y'all feel it moving? Like I do tonight. I was like, hold up. I feel real jiggly. I'm like, wait a minute. I feel it. I did it last night. You felt it, right? You didn't feel it? Oh, you drinking the devil's juice. That's why I can't feel it. That's me. But I felt it. I did too. I really feel good. I didn't know why. Okay, now this next song we're about to sing is a song that's near you, my little heart. I wrote it from.
I was told I was beautiful. Roses and beautiful. Look into the mirror, who's inside there? The one sitting on me again today. My son's cool, my son's blue. At the end of the day, I have myself to blame. My hair won't grow. She knows that he said so. You can buy all the makeup and back and with us.
Talk to him, talk to him. Talk to him, talk to him. Talk to him. Come on. Talk to him. Okay. Y'all are still with me. Still with us. Yes, yeah. Alright, I just want to say something. Hey, never, right? Like never. Guys, fellas, guys. This next song is not about you. Okay, because you're here to see us. So of course you wouldn't be this type of guy.
Not in this time.
No. Now maybe you were back in the day, I don't know, maybe. But not today.
Not today.
Not anymore.
Not in this.
Now ladies, take it. I don't know if some of you may need a reminder
Reminder.
to not date or marry a certain type of guy.
No.
Okay? Because a guy like this, they're like roaches, right?
Ain't no God, that does no
They
good.
multiply. That's what happens. But, ladies! I said, ladies! You don't want no what? One is a guy that thinks he's fine, is also known as a Russian. Always thinking about what he wants to just
now we're leaving TLC, go back to the cabin for a minute, and then maybe catch the tail end of Kid and Play, I think, and see what else the night brings us. The nice thing about having your cabin so close is it's not hard to go back and forth in between shows. Either that's Under Pressure or we're hearing Ice Ice Baby again. That is definitely one of the staples of this trip. Teen Spirit, Ice Ice Baby. So we haven't moved very far, right? We left from Tampa. Where are we now?
Where the giant arrow is.
The giant arrow that says you were here. Okay, so all we did is go from here.
Went right past Key West.
Like this?
Yeah. We left from
Right. And then when we get here, we're going to turn around and come back. Hold on. We're around here somewhere, and then we'll be here, and then there. Not too much here. Thank you. You know, Ice Ice Baby and Under Pressure are not the same song. One goes dun 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 dun. The Vanilla Ice one goes dun 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 dun. Different song. This is karaoke. Now the party's jumping. What's your favorite song? Ice Ice Baby. We were talking about the 80s versus the 90s, even though Michelle's not from the 80s. You see it in TV and movies and you know the music. And the 80s has like a style and a sound. The 90s is kind of all over the place as we're starting to learn. Now, those of you who are watching this video, don't say it's nice of me to bring my daughter on this cruise, because Michelle is a lawyer and she has a doctorate and she is 28 years of age and she was born in the 90s. So let's just say that now. And but listen, she didn't experience Ice Ice Baby the way I did, or Nirvana, which might be a good thing, to be honest. Maybe she's not missing much. She is wearing my flannel shirt, much like one I wore in the 90s. I wore it in the 80s too. Trickster said it was okay. You know, Trickster, the pioneers of grunge. Anyway. All right, here we are, the evening of day 2, and so far so good. A lot of things. I have a lot of thoughts about the 90s. I was saying the 80s is easy to remember and still lives. People listen to 80s stations and movies, TV about the 80s, the look, the sounds. And there was sort of a uniform, you know, neon. There was colors and electronic music. 90s is all over the place, and it's hard to find one thing to sum it up. I know some people would say grunge, but there was other things. And then a lot of music, there was sort of a female empowerment. Spice Girls, girl power, TLC, no scrubs. There was some of that. Listen, at the same time, 90s also offered 2 Live Crew, face down, ass up. That's the way I like to F. And that was the opposite of female empowerment, although I think it was all in good fun. But these are things that I remember about the 90s just a little bit. Anyway, it's a fun cruise. I hope they figure out how to revamp it. Maybe you can take next year off, but maybe in 28 it comes back. You know, it's fun. I think there needs to figure out a little bit more of the 90s branding. I'm going to figure out fill out the survey at the end and give them my recommendations. Everybody is always waiting for my recommendations. I'm having a good time. The boat's rocking a little bit right now. The other thing about the 90s that I was thinking is that some of the things that we thought were stupid or that we hated are the things that are the most fun now. When Vanilla Ice came out, I thought, oh my God, this is the corniest thing ever. Now it's funny. It's fun. You know, when that comes on, it's fun. MC Hammer is fun. We wouldn't have known that back then. Certain things, grunge for me, you know, I was trying to get into it. I was a fan of hard rock and heavy metal. I was trying to like both. When I first heard Nirvana, I thought, well, I already know the Pixies and the Ramones and other punk rock. And I thought they had some good songs, but I didn't think it was the greatest thing in the world. If Kurt Cobain lived, would they be the legendary band that they became? I don't know. I tend towards no. But it was a big part of that scene and the change. I keep saying over and over again, people went from wanting to have a good time to, you know, things sort of sucked. Politics, the world, people were getting angry. They were mad as hell and they weren't going to take it anymore. And this cruise is kind of fun. You start to feel it. And I thought for people who were on this cruise who weren't really 90s kids or weren't born in the 90s, and there's a few, Michelle, there's a few, she was born in the 90s, but not a 90s kid, really. I was born in the 80s, but I'm probably an 80s, 90s kid. I went to high school in the 90s, but I grew up in the 80s. But I think for people on this cruise who don't have anything to connect it to, it must be strange seeing music and weird movies and TV from all over the place. Anyway, just a little rambling about the 90s. Now that I'm almost in my 90s. A bracelet goes around your wrist. And then, this is cute. I mean, look.
Do you know where your wrist is?
Listen, why don't you watch your mouth? This is not your wrist. That's a bone.
What's that bone called?
It's called a shut your mouth bone.
It's called a wrist bone. Your wrist is right here.
You don't wear it on your wrist bone. You wear it over your wrist.
That's the middle of your forearm.
So you put it on like this. And that's it. Anyway, I don't really remember this being that big a thing. But it's nice that they did bring us a second round of gifts. That I like. So far we got a t-shirt and we got a snap bracelet. And what do you know, we also got the day 3 schedule. 7 a.m. we'll be in the Nassau in the Bahamas. And we're going to get off. They do some stuff here. There's open play pickleball. I was going to play with my pickleballs, but instead I'm going to go to the Bahamas. 2:30 I'll be back on board. That's short. I don't think you have time to go anywhere too far. At 2:40 to 3:45 there'll be an unplugged concert of Robin Wilson of the Gin Blossoms. So basically the Gin Blossoms without the band. You probably don't want to pay them. Then 3:30 there's an interview with Kid and Play hosted by Matt Pingfield. I haven't seen him yet. 90s merch booth opens at 3:30 till 8. Downtown Julie Brown is going to interview EMF. Tomorrow's movie matinee is Father of the Bride. Later in the evening, 90s on deck. Maxi Priest will be on the pool stage. Icebreakers meetup. You're meeting up on day 3. You're probably a little late. Music videos, drum challenge. The I Will Always Love You drum challenge. That sounds fascinating. Fuel takes the main stage. Edwin McCain, the TRL Lounge. A bunch of other nonsense. Costume party, icon judging. En Vogue for the first time will appear in the Celebrity Theater, and then Edwin McCain, I guess, plays it again. He's usually working it. And the Cold as Ice Bartender Show. Tomorrow night's movie, Under the Stars. Pulp Fiction, that's a good one. And then the Late Night Party, 11:30 to 12:45. 1990s Icon After Party, featuring Sponge. It's going to be a long day, a long night. This is another song that we've been hearing a lot. Sister Hazel. Sister Hazel, hard to say what it is I see in you. I saw them live at Irving Plaza in New York City. I really like this band. After the solo, it has one of the great breakdowns. I think it was in a movie called Free Willy, and I think that added some fame. But I like this one. I've heard it a couple times on the cruise. This was a 90s anthem for me. I think it was in a bunch of other movies too. Hard to say what it is I see in you. This is the TRL Lounge, and you can see Carson Daly. Before Carson Daly became a newsman or whatever he does. I think he's on the Today Show. But this is the Total Request Lounge. It's sort of fun. I don't know if people remember how big TRL is. I'm not sure if people remember how big MTV was, to be honest. This is a 90s song. This is the very back of the boat. If there was a strong breeze, he'd be in the drink. I mean, that's how far back we are. You know this one? How? How? Yeah. Before Darius was a country singer, he was a hootie. Hold My Hand, another big song from the Hootie era. We know that guy? I think that's Chuck the photographer. We met him last night. He knew his name. Who knew he had the hootie in him? Hootie. He was good. Chuck, if that's you, you're a bad mofo.
I did the tequila. Come on, give it up, give it up, give it up, give it up.
Yeah. Let's take a look at the Headbangers bar, see if it's jumping with Headbangers. I think it's probably the least popular thing on the cruise, to be honest. But maybe we'll hear some Manowar again. Night one, we heard a little Manowar. Feel like you do the sign of the hammer? Very good. Hold it high and proud, please. There you go. Night two, you've learned. This sounds like, doesn't sound like metal.
Color code change there, so you're not looking at a picture of the guy.
Sounds like, this is like Soundgarden. I mean, maybe, I don't know. The metal thing's not a popular gimmick on here. Monsters of Rock cruise, 80s cruise, I bet it would be, but here, nobody's feeling the metal. You old folks feeling the metal? Probably not. There's all this space back there. Oh, sushi. That's the sushi place. Do you think any of these bartenders know who Isaac the bartender was? Probably not. You gonna do a photo op?
Famous rock star, am
I don't really know. I was gonna say David Bryan because I feel like he's a popular keyboard player. Why not? No strap, I noticed. You just have to hold it like Dave Matthews. Very good. You're learning. Yeah, Ramon. Ramon would never play pink guitar, but yeah, very cool. All right, well, that was the heavy metal photo op. Mesa Boogie.
Everybody knows a famous heavy metal keyboard player.
Yeah, right. We're gonna wait and see what the next heavy metal song that they play is Disney Pearl. I doubt it'll be one of his. All right, let's see if we get an actual heavy metal song. We got Soundgarden. They're showing Nirvana on the TV. But let's see. I don't associate these with headbanging, but yeah, people put these cruises together. They don't know anything, you know. They're showing a Nirvana video while playing a Soundgarden song. They should call this the Grudge Bangers Lounge. All right, here we go. What's next? You want to guess? I think it's going to be Alice in Chains. Stone Temple Pilots. Both strong guesses. If it's Manowar, I'll be surprised. All right, here we go. All right, these 90s bands just drone on and on.
But they could hit us with a random Jeff Healey, though.
Yeah, that was amazing. Crazy. Killing in the Name? I don't think they're... Yeah. The bartender seems to be rocking out. Will he scream the F word? We're going to stay tuned to find out. All the same to burn crosses. Everybody here is about to go insane. The bar is explosive. King's X, by the way, on the screen. They should be showing Headbangers Ball. But King's X might have been on there, but let's see what happens. The bartender's rocking out. He might break out and give the finger. He's into it. He's a true headbanger. What is this old bullshit? Stop the music. This is old bullshit. This is old people. You know, 90s song. This is for people in their 90s. Suddenly we're on a cruise for people in the 90s. Their 90s. Old fucks. The fuck are we listening to? You should all be ashamed of yourselves. the 90s? This is the fucking 1890s. When you look around at the stores and all the things, you think they must be hemorrhaging in their hands because nobody's buying anything. It's empty. But even watching at home, tobacco was on clearance, but smoking kills, and smoking can damage the sperm and decreases fertility. And smokers die younger, yeah. Sorry, we're just reading about the sperm count on the tobacco. We're all the way in the front of the boat, our cabin. Can you hear that? That's not an iceberg. That's better than Ezra. Some people would rather hit an iceberg, but I'm joking. But anyway, better than Ezra's playing right now. The Celebrity Theater is just a couple floors under. I'm not going to do better than Ezra again. I had enough. I mean, it's not the right C-Pass color for us, but no one cares. We could walk right in. I'm sure it's not the most crowded. But me personally, I don't. One serving of Better Than Ezra was enough. I can hear Better Than Ezra playing their hit. It was good living with you. Michelle is in the hot tub, and we thought there was a peeping Tom filming besides me. And see, there he is. And then we realized he is just a statue. He's not a peeping Tom. Just me. Few big 80s, 90s crossovers. Whitney Houston, huge. They're playing a lot of her songs. Madonna's 80s, 90s also, but I haven't heard one Madonna song yet on this cruise. But I have heard a lot of Whitney Houston. And even though she had giant 80s songs, she had some giant 90s ones. I Will Always Love You from the Bodyguard soundtrack. Definitely one of the most played on this cruise so far. I'm gonna go see EMF in a little while. Otherwise, there's a lot of events tonight, don't get me wrong, and if you like them, they could be fun. But for us, I'm gonna rest and try to get up early. Boat gets off at 7 a.m. I'm hoping that like some hot chicks are gonna get in the hot tub with Michelle. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I like to think about it. Smash Mouth, this is one of the bands I said has fake singer syndrome now. When your singer dies, you don't have much of a choice. And I just don't know if the world needs a fake Smash Mouth. I think maybe Smash Mouth dies when the guy, I believe his name is Kevin Harwell, when he dies, I think the band dies. What do I know? Red Hot Chili Peppers, give it away now. Blood Sugar Sex Magic. I remember getting this cassette. I think I got it at Sam Goody on 8th Street and 6th Avenue. And I was into it. I was already into the Chili Peppers. I liked Mother's Milk a lot. At the time, this was pretty cool. At some point, though, I just lost interest in this band. But it's very 90s. A lot of Chili Peppers here on board the cruise. And not just in the kitchen. Crisscross will make you jump, jump. This is a interesting one. If you weren't from the 90s, you probably don't remember Crisscross with K's. They were two young kids, and they'd wear their clothes backwards. That was their gimmick. And Crisscross will make you jump, jump. I guess the song is called Jump, Jump. And but this is definitely a big part of the 90s. Crisscross. I think one of them passed. I have to look that up. But yeah, the Daddy Mac, make you jump, jump, Crisscross. If you know Crisscross and you're from the 90s, you're having a reminiscing moment right now. Otherwise, you're saying, why do I watch this again? But Crisscross, jump, jump. It's sort of nice just laying out here and listening to the Lion King soundtrack. Lion King, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun. You think about the 90s. It's nice when no one's out here and you can just reflect and think about the 90s and hoping I make it to my 90s. All right, I'm on my own for a little while. Michelle's going to stay in. It's crazy. I can hear the drums from Better Than Ezra still through the ground. But it's an hour and 15-minute set, No disrespect, I thought they had 2 songs. But who knows? Maybe they're making some new fans, or maybe there's some hardcore fans. I'm going up to catch the end of EMF, and I'm trying to do steps every day on this cruise. I always try to do that. I try to walk 5 miles a day. When we were in Disney, we were averaging more than that. I think it was 10 miles on the last day. Probably why our feet hurt so bad. But I think, hopefully I got this right, I think I go up here straight to the 11th. And then Ezra's down. The TRL, Total Request Live Club, I believe is on 11. Thought I'd show you, I'm still wearing my Isaac shirt. It's funny, on 5, you hear Better Than Ezra loud as can be. And then as you head up to 11, EMF. EMF is as punk rock as an 80s cruise could have. Probably loud for a lot of these folks. Captain, I remember this song sounded like the band Prodigy, Firestarter. This could have came first for all I know, but it was still fun. There is DJ Cool. Let me clear my throat. All right. So I was late for EMF. We saw Matt Pinfield walking out. I was surprised he made it. He's had some serious health problems. He used to host 120 Minutes on MTV, among other things. But luckily he's here. Now, anyway, the schedules are sometimes a little off. They said there was a sign you can meet EMF on Thursday. I'm thinking, Thursday? This cruise going to be going that long? But I guess it is. It's Monday right now. Not midnight yet, but anyway, they're doing a little meet and greet in the merch store. And that's one of the fun things about these cruises. You can meet your favorite artists and get them to sign something or whatever it is that you want. And they sell merch. A lot of these bands, it's hard to find merch. So it's a cool thing. And you can support the bands as well. They can only sell merch while the cruise is at sea. In port, you have different regulations and taxes. So they will close up at 7 a.m. when we get to the Bahamas and then open again when we set sail. I think casino gambling is the same way. So we're going to poke our heads into the buffet. It has a fancy name, but Ocean Sun, Ocean Spray, I'm not sure. I like to people watch. It's a good spot to people watch. Listen, there's not as many people here that I know necessarily, and as I said, a lot of 90s artists are a tad faceless, but still like to look around. So that's where we're heading. They don't do the washy-washy that you're accustomed to on many cruises. I mean, there is hand sanitizer right here, but they don't have all the sinks and all that kind of washy-washy. But now at night, what we've seen so far is they only open a few stations. Pizza, pasta. But they did have gluten-free pasta, and they did have whole wheat pasta, which is rare. All right. Bush was big in the 90s. Bush. Not like the 80s Bush. I'm not sure on the 80s cruise, 80s Bush is that big. But here on the 90s cruise, Bush is big. I'm back. And I liked Bush. I think I've grown to appreciate them even more in the modern day than I did back then. They're still a good rock band, and I don't know, they got some catchy ditties. Bush. And as soon as I got done talking about Bush, you have to have No Doubt. Huge in the 90s. Allegedly, Bush cheated on No Doubt. Gavin cheated on Gwen Stefani with the babysitter, housekeeper, something like that. Nah, not good. And then she went country. She never want to go country. So even though he might have been a jerk, I'm still on the side of Bush. 10:57 p.m. on night 2 of the 90s cruise. And let's see. We'll have a little bit of drinking. Now, important to know which side of the boat you're on. I was the back of the boat. You can actually eat on the furthest part of the back of the boat. It gets a little windy though. Now this is sort of the middle of the boat. They said they're showing House Party 3 on a screen somewhere. All my life I said to myself, I've got to see House Party 3. And then I remember I didn't see House Party 1 or 2. But I don't know where the House Party section is, and I don't know if I'm really that interested. But I'm going to head back this way and see if there's anything left to see. I mean, there's events going on, but I don't know if there are events that I care about. I mean, honestly, the nicest thing you could do is just lay out on one of these lounges and, you know, that's what I was doing earlier. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., we'll be in the Bahamas. I've been to the Bahamas a lot. It's crazy. When I was living in New York as a kid, I never thought I'd ever be in the Bahamas. Never thought I would want to go to the Bahamas. And I don't know, I've probably been there 5, 6, 7 times just in the last 2 years. Cruises love the Bahamas. I've got some interesting videos about my trips to the Bahamas on the channel, including my adventure to go see Anna Nicole Smith's grave and places she lived while in the Bahamas. Very interesting stuff. I want to do more. I sometimes tell people, don't just stay on the boat. That's the lamest thing you can do. Don't be scared. People get off the cruises all the time, every day. They don't want to mess with tourists necessarily. That's the business. And you just got to be alert and smart. I wouldn't say it's any more dangerous than New York City. Probably less dangerous than New York City, if we're being honest. Let's see what's going on. It's fun to just kind of wander around. I don't know what that's like, those shops and things. They like karaoke on here. It sounds like maybe that's what's happening. It's hard to tell, but I like to walk around. The guitar player for EMF. Walking down the stairs. He can't find his floor either. Unbelievable. It's difficult for me not to want to say unbelievable to these guys when I see them. Let's see here. Unbelievable. Let's see what we can find. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into. They call this silent disco. I've heard about it, but I've never actually done it. That's DJ Travis Bell. He's the DJ on the 80s cruise too. But I mean, it doesn't sound silent. I hear the music. Now there's two DJs, 2 turntables, 1 microphone, and people are dancing, but I don't know. And they're dancing to Smash Mouth, who I think might be here, but I couldn't recognize them. So I think the gimmick is you put on headphones and then you dance. I mean, it might be funny because I can sort of. That doesn't sound silent. It's not right. It's not right. What's the point of a silent disco if I can hear it?
In 3 channels, yeah.
So normally this would be silent.
Yeah.
They're doing it
Just
different.
hear the people singing and dancing.
That'd be fun if no noise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I try it?
Of course.
All right.
Here's the other channel, blue and red. And here's the volume.
Okay. Thank you very much. All right. Now I'm in the silent disco, and he said I could change the color. I could turn it off. That's what I want to do with Smash Mouth. This isn't really my jam. Now let's see how I change anything. Well, hold on. I got some rap song. You can choose whether you want to be a blood or a crip, I guess, or green. There's blue. And red. I mean, if you were Snoop Dogg, blue and red would be a big difference. See? Oh, you could dance to different songs. I see. Different colors represent different songs. All right, I think I'm figuring this out now. You see, different lunatics have different songs on. Blue is one color, red is another. It means something different if you're in Los Angeles, especially at night, but or wearing a bandana. But so there's 2 different songs, and everyone is just dancing to a different song. Now, one of the songs is playing in the room, but once you get these headphones on, you don't know what's happening. But I don't like either of the songs. Suddenly, I'm urging for Smash Mouth, longing for it. And that one is the Welcome to Miami song. And that's some crazy hip hop song. That Welcome to Miami song's not a 90s song. I don't think it is. I'm really just doing this. I'm doing it for the bit. The kids say, for the bit. Ooh. Tearing up my heart. Backstreet. They get it. Now they're cutting a rug. The song is, you got the music in you, but my music died. Oh, there it is. It's back now. I think this is the, yeah, that's how you change the colors. That's how you change the music? All right, I did it for you. The silent dancing. I mean, I guess it could be fun. Do I keep those? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I mean, it was interesting. He was good. That guy, he's a world-class silent dancer. If they had an award, he is the Baryshnikov or the Sammy Davis Jr. of Nicholas Brothers of silent dancing. He is good. These other people are just kind of silent, chilling. She's not even, she's observing. I mean, maybe it's fun. That's one thing about being on a cruise. You try new things. You try new things. Now, normally, this would really be silent. Which is kind of how you probably would want it. But different people have different songs on. You can make it really loud. and then you cut a rug. It's a little bit dangerous. It's funny is I can't name this band, and I hope it's not monetized. Anyway, I'll have to explain it all again. But there it is, Silent Dance Party. There's a lot of bands I've seen who would sound better silent. There were a lot of singers that I've worked for who would probably sound better silent. But neither here nor there. I hear the Goo Goo Dolls playing in here. Usually if you want to see your favorite rock stars, you go to a bar. That's what I've learned in life. Because most musicians are alcoholics, but not all. I don't think they care that I'm filming in here. I mean, no one said anything yet. I'm going to keep moving. Someone making a silent movie. I made a silent movie at the silent disco. All right, was that fun? I kind of think it was fun. Part of me thinks it was fun. The other part of me thinks it was a bunch of bullshit. This guy here is the king of the silent disco. I feel like I'm stalking him, and I'm in such a presence of a legend, but he really was the Fred Astaire of silent dancing. I mean, as far as silent dancers go, he could really. Michael Jackson was influenced by him. Dancing, that is. It's just all the bullshit they try to sell you. I wonder where he goes next. I mean, he already did the silent dance. Do you think next he does the silent karaoke? Silent karaoke would be a good feature, I think. All right, there's a celebrity theater where you've seen so many artists and royalty, legend. All right, I'm going to go back down to 6. I think it's down, or do I go up? No, I got to go up. That was 3. Oh, look at this guy wearing the Isaac the Bartender shirt. Oh, wait, that's me. I'm not going to lie. Oh, that silent dancing tuckered me out. Holy cow. Oh, well, I'm ready to get back to my cabin. I'm going to tell you something. If I was craving some middle-aged poontang, I don't know what you guys call it, middle-aged elderly, I would have been a star. Because look, the young lady invited me to that. I'm sorry I'm out of breath, by the way. Keep in mind, I'm an older person, elder statesman. Anyway, this woman invited me. She said, "Are you single?" I could tell what she wanted. She wanted a piece of me. I know what she wanted. I told her, no, my partner's back in the cabin. And then she said, so's mine. And I know what she wanted. And normally if I had a credo, it would be go for it. But in this case, I'm going back to my cabin with my dignity and alone. And it's better that way. But for you guys, some of you single guys, you come on these cruises. I mean, most of these women can still walk. It could be yours. You could hit that, as the kids say. Anyway, I'm back at my cabin, and I think this is it. I'm going to turn in for the night. That's the end of day 2. We'll see you bright and early in the Bahamas for day 3. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like this kind of nonsense.